Hello, boys and girls. Hi, it's Mr. Chapman again for story time. So, get yourself nice and relaxed. Lie down, sit down, close your eyes, and enjoy this next story, which I've written for you today. For four people in particular. Their names today are Nona, Asme, Deepti, and Isha. So I hope you enjoy this one, girls. And just a little reminder for everybody else, because I love excuses to write stories. I love it, love it, love it. So if you would like a story about you, written about you and your friends or family, then just give us a contact. Look in the descriptions box and get your parents to just email or perhaps even Instagram, whatever. Try to contact me and say what your name and anything else that you like. All right. So anyway, here we go. Without further ado, this is for Nona, Asme, Deepti, and Isha, and this story is called The Playhouse. Okay. And by the way, this is Ivor. He's the naughty one of all of these puppets. So if you put your finger anywhere near this guy's mouth, he will grab. All right. So let me just show you. Even if it's in the vicinity, like that. You see, like that, and then he's really hard. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Okay. So you just got to be careful of this guy. Back off. Back off. All right. All right. Let's just give him a bit of love. Okay, just for a bit. Okay. Good. All right, here we go then. All right, boys and girls, this is called The Playhouse. All right. It was a beautifully sunny day, and Nona, Asme, Deepti, and Isha had all decided to play together in the playhouse at break time. So they're at school. As soon as the bell rang, they made a run for it before anyone else could get to it. As you can imagine, once they were inside the playhouse, they were all very excited and talked about which jobs they were going to do. "Oh, I'm going to fry the eggs," said Nona, who was busy getting a frying pan from out of the cupboard. She set it on the hob of the cooker and turned the gas on. "And I'll do the dishes," squeaked Asme, clapping her hands together excitedly and hopping from one foot to the other. She never sits still, Asme. "Thank you. I'll chop up the vegetables," said Deepti, darting outside to gather her ingredients from the garden. "What's that, Ivor? You like broccoli and bean sprouts? Oh, thanks for sharing. What's my favourite vegetable? Well, it is peppers, probably, and aubergine. I love aubergine. What about yours? Anyway, let's get back to the story, shall we, Ivor? Stop interrupting. All right. And I'll set the table," said Isha, getting the dinner plates and setting them onto the floor of the playhouse. "We're having a picnic today because there's no table in here. Honestly, teachers these days can't even afford to get us a table. Honestly. What is the world coming to?" Nona and Asme giggled. Just then, Deepti came bursting through the door again, huffing and puffing. That's right, Ivor. Deepti was the one getting the vegetables, wasn't she, from the garden? "I've got my vegetables," said Deepti. Nona suddenly shivered. "Deepti, shut that door, would you? It's freezing in here." "I'll do it," Asme piped up. She was so excited she couldn't sit still. She unhooked the latch on the door and closed it behind her. The screams of the other children playing outside became muffled and made their playhouse even more cosier. Does sound nice. "Ah, that's better," said Nona. "Peace and quiet." There was a rush of activity as everyone was busy doing their own jobs. Asme and Deepti were humming away, and Nona making a sizzling sound with her mouth as she cooked the eggs. Isha, on the other hand, was less than happy and was having trouble finding enough cutlery. "Oh, this is useless. I've only managed to find a knife and 2 forks. That is annoying. I don't want to eat my fried egg with my own hands. My fingers would get all oily and stuff." "Here," said Nona, handing her an imaginary object. "I found another knife." "I have a spoon," offered Asme, hopping on one leg. A spoon? Blurted Isha. I'm not eating my fried egg with a spoon. It's flat and floppy anyway, and wouldn't stay on the spoon. Well, check in that drawer beside the cooker, suggested Deepti. Isha turned around and pulled open the drawer. Empty. Nada. Nothing. But wait. There was something. Right there at the back of the drawer. What was that? The girls turned their heads. Oh, sorry. Hey, you lot. Come and take a look at this. There's a button in this drawer. The girls turned their heads, but didn't look particularly interested. We've all got buttons on our clothes, Isha. What's so special about a button anyway? Asked Nona. Isha rolled her eyes and sighed. No, not that kind of button. I mean a button that you press and then something happens. I wonder what happens when I press this button. Well, that was enough for the other girls, Nona, Deepti and Asme. They all rushed over to join Isha and peered inside the drawer themselves, curious and giddy with excitement. It must be important, or else why would it be hidden? It's a good point. And it's red, said Asme. What's that got to do with anything? Asked Isha. Well, you should never press a red button. Everyone knows that, Asme said. What's that? You want to press the red button on the tablet? No, you're not going to press that button because that stops the recording. Ivor, stop it. Ivor, stop it. Ivor, stop it. Do not press that red button. Thank you. Anyway, sorry, let's carry on. As if this was a green light, Nona leaned in and pressed the red button before any of the others could stop her. The four friends took a sharp breath and held it. But nothing happened. The girls let their breaths out, relaxing. But Nona looked disappointed. What did you do that for? Asked Isha, jabbing a finger into Nona's arm. Hey! But then something heavy underneath the playhouse clunked into position. Clunk. Followed by a deep rumble that started to vibrate the house. Just like Ivor's doing. The girls gasped and stared wide-eyed at each other. Did the house have an engine? It certainly sounded like it. Without warning, the house suddenly shuddered and tipped to one side, shoving the girls flat against the wall. What's happening? Squealed Asme over the noise of the engine, clunking, clanking and rumbling on. I don't know. Hold on to something, yelled Deepti. Nona gripped onto a wooden beam, Isha lied flat on her belly, and Deepti and Asme just stood hugging each other. Useful. After a few wobbles that sent them all flying from one wall to the other, they quickly realised that the playhouse was rising up, up, up into the air. Deepti shuffled over to the window on her hands and knees and glanced outside. They were level with the trees. Oh no! I just looked down, she said, looking peaky and collapsing to the floor. Yes, she's feeling sick. It's called vertigo, Ivor. Don't interrupt. Nona swapped places with her and poked her head out of the window. There was utter carnage below. That means it's just going manic below in the playground, all right? So there's just carnage. There's people screaming, running around. Girls were running in all directions, their arms flailing in the air, screaming, yelling and yodeling like hyenas as they went. Some children even crashed into one another because they weren't looking at each other. They weren't looking where they were going, were they? And to be fair, Nona could see why they were distracted. Because what was once a harmless and very still playhouse was now a towering death machine with 2 colossal mechanical legs stampeding across the playground. Kaboom! 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 Nona, Isha, Asme and Deepti could only look down in horror as the playhouse seemed to have a mind of its own. Oh dear! Ah, what had they done? What was going to happen next? And what were they going to do about it? Find out next time. In part 2. Sorry, boys and girls, we've had to finish it there. You have to see next part 2. Yes, I'm sorry, Ivor. You have to wait until next week, I'm afraid. Yes, to find out what happens. What do you think is going to happen, boys and girls? Maybe Nona, Isha, and Asme and Deepti. What would you think? What do you think is going to happen next? Although I think you might know what happened next. I think I gave you a little sneak peek a few weeks ago. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed The Playhouse, part 1, boys and girls. And let me just show you a little, I had a picture by my brilliant, lovely and wonderful stepson, James. He wanted me to show you his picture here. This is a picture of The Playhouse. And as you can see, it's got some wires coming out of its ancient legs. I think it's been underground for many, many years. And here's Nona, Deepti, Isha, sorry, and Asme. I almost forgot you, Asme. Sorry. There they are, peering out of the windows, looking down and at the carnage. So there we are. And by the way, if you feel compelled to draw a picture, just like my stepson James, I would love to see your pictures and put these into a little book. That'd be great. And I'll share it in the next video. If you've got any pictures, please share them. Send them to me and I will share as well. Anyway, okay, bye-bye everybody for now, and bye from Ivor, and Ivor, stop it, goodbye for now, bye-bye.